Hey there, welcome back to Spencer's Desk. So I've been gone for a couple of months now, since my last video at least, and I kind of just wanted to make a video about why that is, where I've been, and where this channel will be headed. So to start off, I currently work as a medical physics resident, so I'm in residency and it's time-wise and effort-wise, I suppose. It is quite demanding. I work an average of 50 plus hours a week right now, and it's just a very unpredictable and inconsistent schedule, which has taken a lot of energy out of me. My last couple of videos have been longer form, and they've taken a ton of effort to create. While I'm sure other people could have created them in a week, I'm still at a stage in my YouTube career where I don't have a lot of workflows and processes down, and it takes a lot of extra effort to learn, oh, how should I film this? What's the best way to edit this? What's the most efficient way to work with things? That sort of stuff. I created an input shaper video when I was still in grad school, and it went really well. I worked on a part cooling video, which I really just wasn't proud of, but it also did well. So I kind of realized that I was scratching an itch that the community had for a certain approach to 3D printing. But originally, I didn't intend for this channel to be strictly about 3D printing. I wanted it to start off as 3D printing focused and slowly move into more design, electronics, designing finished products, not in the sense of selling things, but in the sense that they were like solid, usable. I could recommend them to others to build themselves and they'd be cool. So in my first few months of residency, I was studying for a big exam, and that took a ton of time, but when I wasn't doing that, my way to take my mind off of things was creating something called 3Melody. If you saw the video I created about 3Melody, it was like a 34 minute video, and it took definitely over 100 hours to create and edit. And that's a ton of time, especially when I face the fact that about 3,000 people watched it over the last 4 months. I felt really good about the project. Not only that, but the editing and the production of the video itself. And I was proud of the amount of time that I put into it. And seeing that return of 3,000 people saw it, whether that was because of the algorithm or, what that means is just people didn't find it very interesting, is what I mean by the algorithm. Being faced with that fact that people didn't find it very interesting, it was super disappointing, and it kind of took the wind out of my sails. And that's fine, that's life. I'm not blaming anyone, I'm not blaming myself, but it was just one of those moments that took the wind out of my sails. That kind of took the thirst for creating YouTube videos away from me, and I got into this sort of rut where I just wasn't really creating videos anymore. I was filming a bunch of different projects, but they all kind of stopped halfway through, and I'd get busy and there wasn't like a clear focus. And then I got into a pretty big project of creating a website from scratch. I wanted the 3Melody project, despite it not being very widely cared about, I wanted to take it from something that was, it had serious, I wanted to take it from something that had a ton of friction to being something on a website where you could just select your printer and select the song you want your printer to play and download the file. And that was the reason that I wanted to create the website. So I ended up spending a few months, probably November, late October, through, I suppose, early January is when I polished it. Mid-January this year, I polished it up and finished it up for now. And it turned into this much larger project. It was a ton of learning. I created both the front end and the back end for the server, and it was a steep learning curve, to say the least. So that's what I've been up to the last few months, and I think going forward that is where I will sort of document my projects and go more in depth to them. So rather than having a much longer explanatory video, I'm more likely to document it on that website. Or I've also created a second channel called Spencer's Office. And the point of this is I wanted a medium for which I could just speak freely and talk about things like I am now. And I didn't want that on the main channel because, the algorithm. These aren't high value topics. Not a lot of people are going to care about them. So I created Spencer's Office as a place to just slap that stuff. Like, I want to do a small tour of my studio, my little office that I have all my stuff in and where I film these videos. I also thought it'd be cool just to talk about things that aren't related to what the channel focuses on. Like, since by day I work a lot with radiation and the physics behind that. Say there was some event, like say a power plant explodes, what are the effects of that? I thought it'd be pretty cool to be able to talk about those things and not worry about the amount of views it gets or how it'll affect my channel as a whole, sort of thing. So yeah, so those are two big things. Spencer's Office isn't a big thing, I just created the channel, that's it. But the website was super big. There was a lot of effort in that. Another thing I want to talk about is, since I don't really have the momentum to be creating videos right now, or the time to do these larger, more in-depth videos, I'm going to be stepping away from that style of video for a little bit and doing a lot more smaller projects. This is to not only make sure that I'm still enjoying YouTube and having fun creating the content and not being stressed about it, but it'll also give me the chance to quickly iterate on how I create videos. I really want to get a lot better at filming and like the composition of shots. Hopefully this shot looks fairly good and I guess a little easier on the eye than my past head talking shots. I want to get better at talking to the camera, so I'm not following a script right now, which is something I normally tend to do. I want to step away from that and just learn to talk to the camera more, to speak more freely. I also want to not care as much about the outcome of the video. When I've spent 2-3 months on a single video and I post it and it doesn't quite perform how I wanted it to, that can really crush the momentum. But if I'm making a lot of shorter videos and I'm seeing myself improve and I'm just posting stuff and enjoying the projects and getting stuff done, I think that will really help the channel in the long run. So going forward for the near future, I'll be posting a lot smaller projects, not doing as many deep dives unless I really kind of have an itch for it. Now, for the farther future of the channel, I really want to grow this. I want to become better at running the channel, creating videos, creating stuff that the community benefits from. And it can get pretty lonely doing that on my own when I don't really have anyone around me to relate to or to work with projects on. So if you're someone that's interested in tech, electronics, 3D printing, design, editing, whatever, and you're interested in growing a channel that is community focused and focused on bringing value to whatever space that we're working in, then reach out to me, because I would love to work towards these goals with someone. The channel's obviously not at a point where I'm able to pay anyone to help me create the videos, and financially I'm not able to, out of my pocket, pay for other people to help. But if you're interested in seeing where this could go and in contributing to this, then reach out to me on Discord. I have a link to the Discord channel for this YouTube channel, in the description. So if you have some sort of interest in all of the things I mentioned, or just a niche topic, or you have an idea for a different direction of the channel, then don't hesitate to reach out to me, because I'm very open to hearing about that, or meeting someone like-minded that is really interested in growth and where we can take this channel. Then yeah, reach out to me again. So I think that that's all I wanted to say in this video. If you're one of the people that subscribe to me for the 3D printing content, I'm sorry if it's not the same content going forward that it has been, but I hope that it can still bring value or entertainment. But if you plan to stick around and support the channel, and you're interested in seeing where it goes into the future, then thank you so much for your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See ya.